Well, good morning. Welcome here to another quick update from Verns Valley here. We have a quite interesting afternoon unfolding. We have more updated HRRR model runs to go off of, and now it's all coming clear what might happen this afternoon. So we will depict that really quickly. Won't make this video as long. We'll just go over quick future radar here. As you can see, this is we had some morning showers rolling in this morning. You guys can already tell it's been wet. You can already feel the dew point. It is hot and heavy outside, and it's already 10 a.m. Well, I should say it's only 10 a.m. So this is around 2 o'clock this afternoon, guys. As you can see here, a little bit of a clear slot opening. So this is what we got to keep an eye on for. So your warm front is set up just here across the Highway 12 corridor, almost like the I-94 corridor coming out of the cities into Wisconsin. And then you have this almost kind of, excuse me, almost kind of like a cold front right here. Not necessarily a cold front, but almost like a boundary coming in that will obviously initiate storms. So like I said, 2 o'clock, we'll go ahead. As you can see here, this is about 2 p.m. As you can see here, just a little bit of bubblers starting to form as that sun kind of sparks up the atmosphere. So as you can see here, a little bit more intense bubblers by 4 o'clock. We'll go ahead. As you can see here, that line kind of just continues to convect these storms here. The strongest storms I'd definitely keep an eye on is these ones right here, and then right here by Austin, Albert Lee, just south of Owatonna, basically from Mankato to like Winthrop, Worthington area, east all the way to Rochester. I just keep an eye on this corridor right here for tornadoes. Definitely some hail and wind today, but as you can see here, almost like a classical supercell right here, almost. But just got to keep an eye on the storms ahead of the front. So this is by 5 o'clock. We'll just go ahead here, 6, 7, 8. They kind of fizzle out, and then we almost have another line of convection coming in for the southern part of the state. So real quick, we'll just go over to the tornado parameters, and then we'll go over to humidity, because a lot of people like to see how juicy it's going to be. So real quick, this is 2 o'clock, guys, this afternoon. As you can see here, kind of a little bit of tornado parameters coming in, almost a 1 here, and northern Iowa. So we'll go ahead here. This is by 4 or 5 o'clock. You see here almost a 1.3. And you guys are going to look at that and be like, well, Damien, if you look down here at the scale, it goes all the way up to 10. So a 1 really ain't nothing. You're right, it ain't nothing, but we don't really need much. Well, I should take that lightly. We need a lot for tornadoes, but we just need enough spin to plant a funnel to the ground and have a tornado. So we definitely have enough spin from the 0 to 1 kilometer. Now, if you guys are just tuning in, you don't know anything quite really. So 0 kilometer is the surface. You can correlate that over here on the left-hand side, 0 kilometer, 1 kilometer, 3 kilometer. Correlate them back and forth, as well as these wind barbs right here. So right here, 74, 80, that is the surface, 74 dew point, 80 degree temperature. So basically from the 0 to 3 kilometer, which is the surface, to the middle part of the atmosphere, there is enough rotation coming from the south winds cranking to the westerlies. So definitely enough rotation in the atmosphere, probably hazard type tornado. So definitely have to keep an eye on that, like I said. But you go ahead by 4 or 5 o'clock and look at that, almost a 2.5 on that little bubbler down there that I was talking about. So definitely some good rotation in the atmosphere. That's coming from like the northwesterly wind, and then switches all the way back to the south. Look at that, that's crazy. So again, we'll just have to keep an eye on it. We'll go ahead just a few more hours. Look, it's still some intense little bubblers. A 3.4, look at that, just insane. Pretty good photograph there. So I would definitely think there's some chances of tornadoes today in southern Minnesota. We'll see what this one says over by Rochester, Hayfield. Shout out to the in-laws out there. We'll probably be taking a quick visit today. Come on. You can tell everyone and their mom's using the models today. Also, Rue is very excited for weather today. She'd like to say hi. If you cannot see her. Hi, Rue. Alright, well, I guess that's not loading, so I don't understand it. But basically, just keep an eye on that I-90 corridor, Highway 15, or Highway 14, corridor, and then the I-35. Basically, from Mankato to Rochester, from probably Faribault all the way down to like Mason City. I would just keep an eye out. Be due diligent today, guys. Definitely could be an interesting one. Could have a few confirmed tornadoes. Definitely some funnel clouds, but we'll take a real quick gander at the humidity levels here. If the old model thinks she wants to load. Good Lord, this thing is slow. Okay, look at that. We got southerly winds, guys. Dew points around in the 70, 73 range right here. Definitely some juice. You can see that low pressure system sitting just above the Twin Cities, and that warm front is right here. So you have this big warm sector right here with the southerly winds, guys, and that's where I think the most probable hazard for a tornado would be, probably my greatest opinion right now, probably from I-35 to Rochester would probably be the greatest corridor of severe storms today. That's what I would keep an eye on. I guess we can look at the lightning flash intensity to see kind of where the most intense storms might unfold today. But we'll see here. Look at that. So this is by 4 or 5 o'clock. You can see here just very intense thunderstorms with a lot of lightning, guys. Just bumped ahead a little bit. We'll go back. But yeah, this is basically from, let's see here. This is from 3 p.m. About 3 p.m. all the way to about 8 p.m. So as you can see here, nice good lightning intensities. Let's see how much rain we're getting out of this. Oh yeah, so some localized amounts. Waseca County now at, oh my God, 3.5 inches. That's probably like Waterville area, Madison Lake, Janesville, Waseca area, probably 3.5 inches, and about, you know, maybe 1.25 inches in Mankato, but that can vary. So look at that, we got 2.5 to the north, and then 2.5 to the south. So wherever those storms decide to fire up, like I said, we can see localized amounts from anywhere from 2 to 6 inches. Look at that, that's crazy. 4 inches, we already got enough, a couple inches this morning with this rain, and this is just showing this afternoon storm is piling that on. So that's about it, guys. I just wanted to give a quick update for today. I could definitely see some tornadoes happening. We'll scroll over to the SPC. I wish this thing was not so. I will zoom in a little bit for you guys. So we'll take a look at the day one outlook. As you can see here, they just issued a 2% tornado probability. Again, it's not a lot, but it's enough for a few tornadoes. Just look at that. Basically from Faribault all the way down to Des Moines, and then from, you know, Sioux Falls all the way over to Rochester. So definitely watch that area. Some wind is a major factor. Not necessarily so much hail, I guess, which is really weird. Chance of tornadoes, but no hail. All right, buddy, whatever you say. All right, we'll get into here. Mid-Atlantic, Southeast. Nope, not us. Let's see here. California. I don't really care about all that, right? Who cares about Cali? Oh, Montana. Where is Minnesota at on this? Right here. Look at that. Low level moisture convecting. Bring low 70 dew points. Southern Minnesota by late afternoon. Sharpening warm frontal zone by 2 p.m. Forecast to expand low over northeast. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Expected to have vorticity maximum rounding with the upper ridge. Expected to promote thunderstorm development within the moderate buoyant air mass, which is the warm front sector, like I was pointing out to you guys. Resulting combination of buoyancy and shear supporting strong severe thunderstorms, supercells are possible, but one or more Boeing line segments are capable of damaging wind gusts are the primary severe weather threat. So basically, with that being said, guys, if we can get to the storms before they turn into a bow line, that is the greatest threat for tornadoes today. Otherwise, basically just that wind bag. You could see up to 60 mile an hour winds, 70 maybe with some stronger storms. So hope you guys like what you watched. Like, subscribe, comment, share it. Leave any leave any type of feedback, because it helps me in any way. If it's bad, good, I don't care. It helps me a lot. So I appreciate you guys subscribing. We will continue to grow this channel. Pretty soon I'll have t-shirts, hats, giveaways. I plan on doing all sorts of stuff with this. So hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your hump day and stay skyward today. And we'll see you next time here at Verns Valley.